Before we dive into this video essay, I highly recommend playing the Beginner's Guide if you haven't already. This game is made by Davey Wreden, I think that's how you say his name, who is also known for creating the Stanley Parable. The game explores the relationship between Davey and a game designer named Coda. To fully understand the essay, experiencing the game first will give you a better idea of the themes and story we discussed here. Seriously, play the game, it's really great. The Beginner's Guide is a game about Davey sharing a collection of games created by Coda. Throughout the game, Davey talks about what he thinks these games mean and tries to show how talented Coda is. However, as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that the game is really about the need for approval and how projecting one's own desires onto someone else's work can affect both people involved. Davey has a strong drive to help Coda get the approval he believes Coda deserves. Davey thinks that by sharing Coda's game with other people, he is giving Coda the praise and recognition that Davey himself has always wanted. When others appreciate Coda's work, Davey feels like he has done something important. This approval makes Davey feel valued and special, even if it's just for a short period of time. It's a way for Davey to feel like he has accomplished something significant and to experience a sense of worth through Coda's success.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully happy.
Davey also mistakenly believes that Coda is deeply unhappy, even though Coda's feelings are more about normal life challenges rather than deep depression. Davey's wrong idea about Coda's emotional state leads him to share Coda's work, thinking he is helping someone who is struggling. This misunderstanding shows that Davey's actions are more about meeting his own needs rather than truly understanding what Coda wants or needs. Davey's belief that Coda is suffering affects his decisions and drives him to try to give Coda the validation that he assumes Coda needs. Davey believes that he is doing something great by showing Coda's work to others. He thinks he is helping Coda by giving him the recognition that he never got. But as the game goes on, it becomes clear that Coda's actions are more about fulfilling his own needs. He wants to give Coda the approval that Davey himself has always sought. This need to feel important and valued is a major reason why Davey decides to showcase Coda's game. He believes that by doing so, he is not only helping Coda, but also getting recognition he needs to feel good about himself. By the end of the game, Davey's struggle with his own sense of self-worth becomes very apparent. He admits that showing Coda's work made him feel important for a short time. But when Coda stopped making games, Davey felt empty again. Davey's need for approval and his struggle with self-worth are evident in his reflections. He is worried that he has made mistakes and is desperate to make things right with Coda.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
As I think about Davey's experience, I realize that I can relate to his feelings on a personal level. There have been times when I have sought approval from others to reassure myself that I am doing well and that my work is meaningful. Like Davey, I sometimes look for validation as a way to feel good about myself. This connection feels very personal as I see my own insecurities reflected in Davey's actions. I begin to question how often I have chased after approval, not because I genuinely wanted it, but because I wanted to be noticed and valued. This realization is hard to ignore. It's a slow, creeping understanding that maybe I've been chasing something that will never fully satisfy me. I feel a growing tension as I confront the truth that my need for validation is similar to Davey's. The more I think about it, the more I feel the weight of this realization pressing down on me. As I confront my emotions, I'm overwhelmed by a flood of questions. Have all my efforts been for the wrong reasons? Was everything I've done merely a quest for validation? All those times I reached out to help friends, was it truly about supporting them, or was it just about feeding my own need for approval? Have my projects, my videos, my creative work all been driven by a desperate need for validation and recognition? When I shared my work with others, was it really about making a difference, or was I just trying to gain praise and attention? Was my drive to create and share rooted in a genuine passion, or was it just a way to get people to notice and admire me? Why am I so fixated on how others perceive me? If I strip away all the praise and validation, what will be left of my action? Am I only motivated by the need to be noticed rather than by genuine intentions? In the end, The Beginner's Guide is not just about Davey and Coda, it's about everyone who struggles with the need for approval. It serves as a reminder that true fulfillment comes from within.